Good, they're coming.
As we gather on this Saturday evening, as we say goodbye to Shabbat, we do so with the ceremony of Havdalah, that of separation. May God, who empowers us to distinguish between the holy and the profane, inspire us to perform these acts of Havdalah.
Amen.
kodesh lachol, ben or lachoshech, ben Yisrael la'amim, v'yom hashvi'i l'sheshet yemei ha'naseh, baruch atah Adonai, hamavdil ben kodesh lachol. We give thanks to the one who makes distinctions, teaching us to transform the commonplace into the holy, creating light and darkness, Israel and the nations, the seventh day of rest and the 6 days of labor. Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol, chatotenu hu yimchol, zarinu v'chasbenu yarve kachol, v'kakochavim balayla. Shavua tov, 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 Shavua tov. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi, Bimhera Beyamenu, Yavo Eleinu, Mashiach ben David, Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. Baruchim haba'im b'shem Adonai. Blessed are you who have come in God's name. Barachnuchem mi beit Adonai. We bless you from this house of God, from this Beth Or, this temple, Beth Or. We rejoice that Adrian and Jonathan affirmed their marriage in the presence of friends and loved ones. Having done this once before in Minnesota, we bring here to La Mirada to recreate the moment for us today. As we gather here today, we show, of course, our gratitude to all those who are standing here with us today. Your friends, your family, especially your parents. Adrian's parents, Susan and Philip. And Jonathan's parents, Joel and Linda. And Adrian's special bubbies, Eliursis, Sandra Pastis, May Salinger, and Marley Shartoff, whom I now invite as our bima holders. I'm sorry, our chuppah. I'd like to see them. I'd like to see them. So they will be helping to support our chuppah. And as you gather underneath, we'll get there in a moment. As we gather here on this evening, an evening overflowing with love, with joy, with family, with friends, with memory, we affirm our gratitude with the traditional prayer, the Shehechianu. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehechianu v'yakiyamanu v'yakiyanu b'zman hazeh. We praise you, eternal God, source of all life, for sustaining us, for giving us life, for enabling us to reach this beautiful evening. Jonathan and Adrian, you stand underneath this chuppah, this marriage canopy, this chuppah symbolic of the world created by your love for each other, surrounded by loved ones whose joys and prayers are with you always. Jonathan and Adrian, this chuppah as well symbolizes the home that you have created. May your home always be a shelter against the storm, a haven of peace, a stronghold of faith and of love. And it's not just any chuppah that you gather under. The chuppah is made from dresses worn by women of your family. The wedding gown of Adrian's mother, Susan. The wedding gown of John's mother, Linda. And Adrian's bat mitzvah dress all come together to create this beautiful, beautiful chuppah. I ask you to hold the glass, if you will. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. We praise you, our eternal God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. We praise you, our eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You call us to holiness and invite us to be your partners in the process of creation. You summon us to your service, inspiring us to sanctify our family life. We praise you, our eternal God, who sanctifies the people Israel with the chuppah, the wedding canopy, and kedushin, the sacred rites of marriage. John, feel free to do. So here we are in Minnesota. We had to bring the family here to thaw out, and of course we turned up the heat full force so that we might cook everybody who's traveled this far. You know, it's always a pleasure to officiate at a wedding, especially when I know someone for at least a few more years than I've usually had a chance to get to know someone. But listening to the two of you talk, there is such joy and such love between you. So much fun. You spoke of each other, your passions that you bring to not only this relationship, but to life and to your jobs. You spoke of the joy that you feel in each other's presence, your love of family, and your love of doing things with family. And although in other couples and relationships this adjective might be somewhat alarming, for you it came naturally off of your tongues as you described each other as weird. Knowing the two of you, that is probably the best compliment ever shared one couple to another. You are unique in many, many ways. And yet you noted as well how that uniqueness is paired with the similarities that you two share. And now those similarities are likewise a blessing of what you bring to each other. Just enough of a difference where you might be spontaneous and creative, yet a little bit of planning would be worthwhile to make sure the project comes off on time and with everything all in place. And we spoke of your wedding ceremony, the wedding ceremony that you shared in Minnesota, the one we repeat here, as being a public acknowledgement of what is said and what is felt in private. That your wedding ceremony was about your commitment to each other as a real couple, not pretending to be, not engaging in a fiction, but